Sure.
All right. Welcome to Eat Sleep Sixers. It's the Eat Sleep Sixers gang here. Me and Jose, brother Jose. How you doing, man?
All right, all right, all right. Better
So
if they won, but I'm all right.
yeah. You know what I mean. It was a lackluster performance, in my opinion, all around. Seemed like the only person that boarded the plane was Joel Embiid. We saw flashes of Tyrese Maxey here and there, but for the most part, mm, could have had a better performance by all the above. You know, who were certain names that you could throw out there, Jose, that you would like to have seen better performance by, man?
Um, Everybody. I mean, the only for me, the only people who showed up was Maxi and B,
Most
and Maxi's getting criticized for not playing like a real point guard. But I'm looking at his numbers, and he did okay. Homeboy grabbed 4 rebounds. He had 0 turnovers. Okay,
yeah,
so his defense was a little lackluster. We all know that. The kid is young,
he's
but
young.
he played. I don't want to hear that.
We've had older players on the team
I
who
mean,
didn't.
listen, how tall is Maxi? Honestly,
I would say about 6'2".
how tall is Tobias? Tell me
About
one time.
6'8".
All right. How many boards did Tobias have this game?
Not enough.
Not enough. How about let's try 0
For a power forward.
for a power forward?
Yeah,
And your point guard grabbed 4, and he didn't bring his game today. Yeah, right. Miss me
yeah.
with that.
It was a performance, one of those game tapes you would say as a coach that you want to throw in the trash, because it was just ill. It was just nasty performances all over the place. It wasn't good ball being played, and uh, in the beginning of the game, they tried what most teams try to do, and that's double team, hard double team. That's the difference from what they were doing, other teams were doing. They hard double team Joel Embiid every time he put the ball on the floor. They came with that extra guy, and the guy that Joel Embiid would kick it out to was just not making shots, and it was happening consistently. Anytime that your star player demands double teams, it means somebody's open, and when that somebody is open and it's not making shots, it's kind of like it's piss poor offense. You know, piss poor offense. You saw the Washington Wizards, their guys were making shots. Their guys were, even if you're not making shots, if you're not making shots, then beat guys to the 50-50 ball. Their guys were out hustling us from the tip. From the tip. They came to
Oh,
play ball. Sorry if I'm upset, Jose. I'm on fire, baby. I'm
listen,
on
listen, man.
fire.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. All right. And B had another game where he was basically in foul trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
Had that man not been in foul trouble, he would have gave us 40 easily tonight.
40 to 50.
40
40 to
easily the way
50.
he was scoring.
Yeah, yeah.
So this comes to my next point. Andre Drummond, for the love of God,
Lord.
you get a nice steal, and I think you're like on 3-4 games with that one steal that you're getting, and it's looking good. But we need more.
We need more,
We need
man.
more.
We need that Andre Drummond from earlier in the year who would come in 18 minutes and give us, 8 points, 11 rebounds, 12 rebounds. That's why you're here, Andre. You saw the Washington Wizards backup bigs come off the bench, and one guy had 15 and 8 in about 18 minutes. Harrell didn't even get in the game yet before that. So, their bench outscored our bench by, I believe, about 40 points. I looked at it one time and it was about 50 to 19, damn near. It's an unbelievable stat. Our supporting cast did not support today. And
Bro,
when that happened,
you're not supposed to let Kuzma get that many boards, bro.
oh my God.
You
Oh my
said
God.
it. Yo, listen, you know what? I watched the game. I was at work. I was watching
Same
water.
here.
I was at a situation where I was watching water boil. So I had times to look at the game.
Okay.
The very first possession, if I'm not mistaken, it could have been the second possession. Kuzma just blew by Tobias Harris for easy layup. Like, where's the effort, my dude?
Listen,
That
I,
right there was the indicator for me that it was going to be a long night for Tobias Harris. And I'm not into moral victories, but I swept the over and under. I called it. I knew it was going to be that way. I knew it. I just had a feeling.
I knew you was gonna bring that up.
Tobias was going to throw a dub. I'm not trying to praise the whole over and under win. I'm just saying the points that when B scored what I thought he was going to score, and Tobias Harris played exactly how I thought he was going to play. Point blank.
Most definitely. Well, Tobias did not bring anything tonight. And I kind of called that over and under with my heart because my heart wanted him to, carry on that momentum from his last game. But this has been Tobias this year, who'll have one good game, 4 awful games. He'll have one good game, 3 awful games. And Tobias, my man, that's not enough.
7 points. You're the number 2 option, getting paid 30-something million a year. 7, bro.
It was to a point where he was in foul trouble, but Doc had kept him out of the game for a little while longer than normal, because it was just like, maybe this guy's in his head a little bit too much, and it's starting to come out to his performance. Whatever Tobias needs to do, maybe this guy needs to, and I understand he's getting paid what he's getting paid, but maybe this guy needs to sit out a game, just to get his stuff together, man, because he's not having consistent performances on the defensive end or on the offensive.
Listen, if you look at this dude's shooting percentage, even when he scores a lot, he shoots a lot.
Yeah.
Bro, his percentage is horrible.
I said it myself, man. When Tobias is playing his game, letting the offense come to him, not trying to initiate or force offense. That's not your game, bro. That's not your game. So, you know what I mean? We got beat against a team who played harder than us tonight. Bottom line, they played harder. Every last player on their team that got minutes played harder than any other player we had in the game. Joel numbers was great. They were great. But Joel was lackluster on the defensive end too. I call it how I see it. And we give roses
when you're in foul trouble, that's what's supposed to happen.
True indeed. But I've said this before with Joel. From the start of the tit. The guys coming right to the rack.
Bro,
right?
Listen, you know who's supposed to be the center's helper? You know who's supposed to be the center's helper?
We can't count on couplings.
Listen, you know who's supposed to be the center's helper? I just need an answer.
We can't count on acupuncture. No. Tobias Harris.
Thank you. Just that's all we need to know.
With no rebounds today and not one defended shot at the rim that I saw. He pulled a Danny Green today. And, for the type of money he's getting paid and the type of minutes he's getting, we need much more. So, piss poor effort today. They got what they deserve on MLK Day. On MLK Day, bro. They got work. So it's Doc, next practice, suicides.
Listen, there's a difference between losing a game and you gave it your all. You know what I'm saying? So we could say, okay, it was just one game. But the effort that we received today from this team deserves all the negative. Like, listen, go ahead. Knock yourselves out on the group. They deserve all of that.
Something has to be said for the lack of perimeter defense throughout this team. I mean, it got so bad. Safe flights to BG, man. BG is coming on home. He's getting on a flight right now. Prayers up to him. But it got so bad. It got so bad during the game defensively. Doc actually went to the zone, the 2-3 matchup zone, which you rarely see. But we was getting worked so much. Guys were getting any shot they wanted to. Bill was going off in the first quarter. It got so bad that they went to the 2-3 zone. So will the real defenders please stand up besides Charlie Brown Jr.? Because Charlie Brown,
get used to seeing him because they talking about Matisse going to be out for a week or two. So for the next few games, we're going to see a lot of Charlie Brown Jr. CBJ as a lot called him today.
Speaking of players being out, man, we are truly hurting as well with Shake Milton, being out with the back injury. You know, I wonder how extensive this back injury is. He's been out for a while now, and this team is lacking his scoring off the bench as well. His spark that he gives. So it was a bad effort today, man. And I bet all the Sixers players would say the same thing. But something has to be said for Tobias Harris. He's had way more bad games than good games this year.
Over there from the YouTube land, the clever one. Listen, I don't work for management. It's a huge debacle going on with 2-5. But I could definitely see Tobias packing it up. I could see that. Even if they don't do nothing with Ben Simmons, because the more this team is winning, it seems like homeboy value is going down. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no indication that this man is even needed. You know what I mean? On this team.
To be totally honest, and I'll play devil's advocate, Tobias was never supposed to be considered the number 2 option on this team. Maybe not even the number 3 option. He's getting paid. Don't get me wrong. But, we were built to have a number 2 scorer along with Embiid. When Jimmy Butler left on that plane he left on, there was nobody that came back to this team in equal talent that can be that number 2 option for Embiid. That can be that guy to carry the team when Joel Embiid is getting his rest on the bench. When Embiid is on the bench, it's just like, where's the offense coming from?
How's the big fella, 7'2", right? Standing 300 pounds, right? That's what they're saying, 300 maybe? Close to it. How he's not crying tired, but the rest of these guys are using that as an excuse. Embiid's out there putting up 30-plus points, 3 games out of 4 nights, but you can't produce nothing better than 3-4-11, 7 points.
Yeah. God awful.
That's absurd.
God awful. And if we keep this ish up, and listen, I said to y'all a few games ago, and I hate to be that I told you so, guy, that we had a rough stretch ahead. And I really didn't mean team-wise. I meant as far as the lack of chemistry that we've showed, the up and downness that we've showed in certain games where we were supposed to win. It worries me. Now I can't look at teams like Orlando, who we face next. Oh, that's a win. We got to come out and win that game. We were supposed to win today. We made Washington Wizards look like the number 1 seed in the East today. It was just
the sad thing is that it wasn't even their starters that killed us. We got wrecked by their bench.
Slaughterhouse. The bench slaughtered us. Slaughtered us. It was a time where Bradley Beal was out of the game for a while, and I was saying it to myself, yo, this is the time we got to strike. Still missing shots.
Bradley Beal played a quiet 33 minutes. It didn't even seem like it, but he played a quiet 33 minutes.
A real quiet 33 minutes. He did his work in the first quarter. He did his work.
And that's where he left his whole game at for the whole game. So
yeah.
He didn't do nothing else the rest of the game.
Well, you could knock on Charlie Brown door for that. Doc came right in. Let's put some positive light on today's game. Doc came right in. And, with Charlie Brown, played him pretty good. He got in Bill's face. He followed him around the court. He irritated him. Yo, Berg Harrell, what up, brother? Ant Sims, you know what I mean? It's just, this is a copycat league. And I said it before. Now that teams see that we're not making people pay when you hard double Joel Embiid, you will see this every game until someone consistently makes them pay for that. Got to make them pay for doubling your best player. All the good teams did it. Mike had Pippen and Kerr. You know what I mean? All the good teams did it. And you don't have to have a team full of talented players. You seen in Washington tonight. When Bill was in trouble, you passed the ball. Guys knocked down the shot. You wide open. You're an NBA player. So, some people say, "Oh, we need change of players."
Yeah, but Mike also had a dog at the power forward position. So let's not discredit what Horace Grant meant to that team.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, the role players in general, stepped up and played their role, and that's the point I was just trying to get to. You know, our role players have to select a role and master it. You know what I mean? Master it. Curry, we cannot count on you being there some games and 22 points some games, and another game is just 8 points. You know, you proving that you could find your shot outside of the 3 point line. I want to see it. I want to see it. You know, it was
Bird,
Bird
you,
said
you're
at the beginning of
absolutely
the
right,
show.
man.
Yep.
Like that comment can't be so far from the truth. Um, it's just like, man, like their bench destroyed.
Destroyed us.
They destroyed this team so bad that they coach wasn't in a rush to put the starters back in.
At all, bro. At all. I mean, would you be? You know, if your bench is coming off like that, would you be? You know, and the Sixers should feel embarrassed over that. You should feel embarrassed. I believe their bench put up more points than our starters did, and you should feel embarrassed by that.
You might be right.
And I was just making an estimate. I just want to read down some stats. You know, besides Joel Embiid's 32 points and Tyrese Maxey's 18 points, they were the only guys in double digits. After a game where we had all 5 starters in double digits. So it's like, which team are we? Which team are we? You know, and regardless if the shots are falling or not, you gotta come to play on defense. Like Berg Carroll said, where's the hustle? This is Philly, baby. I saw nobody dive on the ground. I saw no hard fouls. I said nothing that said, you know, we want this game today.
It was a bunch. Like we gave a bunch of ticky tack stuff away today.
Yeah. You know, we have a pretty good record playing away. But you know, our record against teams that are, you know, whatever, sub 500 or right there. I'm not looking at no paper, but it's not pretty good. We play down to people's level, you know, and then we get shocked when they win the game. No, it's the NBA. It's the NBA. If you don't come with your lunch pail and your hard hat, you're going to get outworked. So we have the Orlando Magic coming to town next. Orlando Magic, who has their players healthy for the first time in a while. I believe we will be seeing our former point guard, Markelle Fultz, is back in the fold over there, along with the other few young guys that they have. So, you know, this is not going to be a give me game either. Oh, absolutely, Bert. I mean, we've said it before. You know, the certain skill sets that person, you know, has is sorely missing off this team. It is. You know, a perimeter defender, somebody who pushes the pace consistently on the floor. You know, we are missing that. So, but we try not to talk about it too much, Bird, because it's like we're not in the front office. We can't do nothing about it. And it's rather irritating deliberating trades and what's going to happen. None of us know what's going to happen. All we do know is that the players on the floor have to give us a better effort. You know, don't get me wrong. We won, you know, I guess we're 10-3 in the last 13 games, about 10-3. So, you know, it's not like we're burning down the bridges right here. But
I just hope Morey and management bring somebody in here who can shoot a foul shot at least. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's, to be honest with you, if 2-5 can at least make a foul shot, I don't even care about the jump shooting part, to be honest with you.
That's been my thing the whole time, but that's, you know, we could elaborate on that a little bit.
Because we can't keep getting hacker-shacked to take us out the game in meaningful games like playoff games.
Not only just that, you know, we can't have a guy that's, you know, taking away parts of his game that makes him great because he doesn't want to go to the foul line or he's not confident to go to the foul line. That was my problem with him from the rip. I don't mind you not shooting if you don't feel like you're good at it, but if you aggressively go to the rack,
you're gonna get your points one way or another.
You're gonna get yours.
You get your points one way or another.
Look at Joel Embiid. He averages about 10, 12 free throws a night just off that. just off that. You know what I mean? And teams will learn it to respect that and fear that after a while. So, we're all for that. So, we have the Orlando Magic next, Jose. What things do you think we need to change around, man, to grab the rings of this team all over again, man?
Um, the hustle got to come. Like coach gonna have to go old school, like you said, and start making these kids do some suicides. Like Sim saying right here, the sense of urgency was definitely missing tonight. You know what I mean? You did get one day off. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't that far to begin with to use travel as an excuse. You know what I mean? So, you know,
I just feel like Ann is right. A sense of urgency, a sense of we want this game, a sense of we're trying to get to the number one seed in the East. You're not going to get there losing games like this. The way we lost, I understand the loss. You know what I mean, but the way we lost, it doesn't sit right with Philadelphia fans. We're a blue collar town. We like to see people work. We don't like to see shit like that today. It was embarrassing to say the
bro, they
least.
took a flight straight up 95. They made it to Washington quick from Miami, man. Like that tire stuff, I don't want to hear it. You had a day off. You could have gave me that tire excuse on Saturday on the back to back. You know what I mean? I would have accepted that. But
Yeah,
today, bro, you wasn't in California. You were on the East Coast
most definitely.
from Florida to Washington. That's like an hour and 15-minute flight.
Aunt Sims, I'm trying to forget about it, bro. Please. That's like BG's trigger. The guy Gabe Vincent. I don't want to hear another thing about my Eagles for a little while. I got to get over it a little bit. I know we're a rebuilding team and all of that, and I got to get over it a little bit. Because, like I said, we're from Philly. We like to see you come out there and work and try hard. Neither team did that today or Sunday. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done. I think Doc Rivers himself has to look in the mirror and ask himself, is he doing everything possible to for our team to succeed? I see his changes on the offensive end of the floor. I see what he does on the offensive end. The defensive rotations as if we didn't even practice. The rotations off the pick or off the screen, the extra guy getting to the ball, too many wide open rolling shots off the
Well,
pick.
well,
Too many.
Berg, they were foul watching him be. You know what I'm saying? He caught some fouls early in the game, and they were trying to go at him. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to take him out the game because he would probably be the only one that could really hurt them. They played that part smart, but Embiid got to do better with the crappy fouls because he caught like 3 fouls real early.
Angry fouls. It was frustration fouls because things weren't going well with the team. So he definitely got to understand, man, out of all people, you need to keep yourself in the game. We'll need you. It could be a win or lose thing with us.
And it
You know,
wasn't with just Embiid; it was everybody. Tobias fouled out.
oh, true indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
True indeed. I
Look,
mean, at least he could use his
they had
fouls. He ain't do nothing else.
26 personal fouls within the team.
That's bananas.
That's out
I,
of pocket.
I never like to use this as an excuse because I'm a ball player, man. But the refs was ass tonight as well. The refs were definitely home court refs. They definitely got home cooking. I wish we could get the same home cooking when we playing at Wells Fargo, because it wasn't a call in question of them going to the rack. Everything was a foul. Every tip touch was a foul. So, but also they were playing more aggressive than we were, and that's what happens when you play aggressive. You tend to get the whistle. So, it's the first team as the aggressor is going to be seen like that
Bro,
as
you're
well.
right. He does rarely have 5 fouls at the end of the game, but this game here, if you paid attention, he caught 3 early fouls, and Doc decided to leave him in there. So me as an opposing team, their best player on the floor caught 3 early fouls. I'm gonna keep going at him, see if he can get the fourth one.
Right, right, right. It was a piss poor effort all the way around, man. We are fans too. That's why we give y'all the real on this show. We feel like you guys feel, so we're frustrated a little bit. You know, hopefully by next game We could get our SHIT together, have a good practice, a confidence building practice, and come out and play some ball, man. Play Sixer basketball. You know, so on to Orlando. On to
Yeah.
Orlando.
So what do you think the keys? Oh, well, we saved the keys to the game for the pregame.
We'll
We got
save it.
right. We got our next couple games is Orlando's next.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. We got Orlando, LA, San Antonio, New Orleans, Los Angeles, Sacramento. I feel like that's the 6-game win streak to me. To be honest, not to give too much credit or discredit any other team.
It should be.
It should be a 6-game win streak, no lie,
Yeah.
because our next formidable opponent that's worth actually talking about is probably Memphis. You know what I'm saying? John Morant is balling out. The Lakers look so dysfunctional. It's crazy. I would have said them first, but they got some craziness stuff going on over there. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that the January 31st game is probably gonna be, our next like real tough challenge as far as playing a good team that people are gonna say, oh well, they haven't played anybody like that yet, because people right now are counting the Lakers out big time.
Yeah.
They're playing horrible. They're playing horrible, man. I've seen some crazy highlights right now.
Worse than horrible. Bro.
Westbrook, it looked like a blooper show with Westbrook over there. So
it was a bad move for them. This is just showing point that players shouldn't be GMs. Guys that you want to play with may not necessarily bode well for your team in general. So they're doing bad over there, man. But here in Sixerland, we're trying to get things on the right track ourselves. We're not nowhere near as bad as them, but we're definitely trying to get on the right track and still trying to find a consistent team identity, and not searching every night.
I feel like here's the thing with that. We need to capitalize off these games, off these teams that we're going to play, because they're sub 500 games. They're most of those teams are non-playoff teams. You know what I'm saying? Not even in the race. We need to capitalize on those wins. We need to win as many games as we can, because I mentioned this again a podcast or two ago. Our February schedule is gonna be rough.
Nasty.
It's gonna be rough the entire month. Go look at that schedule and then come back to me.
Yeah, it's a nasty.
That February schedule is rough, all the way from beginning to end. So
I gotta agree with you, Jose. So the rest of this month is definitely a workout. A good workout schedule to really find our identity and hone our craft as a team. So we're not still trying to find ourselves against teams who have found themselves already. Playoff tier.
I had Ant Sims over there looking at that schedule. 6
back-to-backs, bro.
6 back-to-backs against playoff contending teams, bro.
That whole entire thing is dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's dead. You need to drink a Red Bull or whatever you got to do to get energy. Eat your vitamins. I don't know. Maybe Doc has to have harder practices to get these guys in better conditioning, because the whole team looked tired tonight. Besides Joel Embiid, the whole team looked tired. Washington Wizards looked like they was all for a month, and we played 10 back-to-backs. They were fast at every ball, fast at every spot. Just got to do a better job. Just got to do it.
I was about to say that. Hey, Ant, man, you better get out my brain right now.
We gotta get Ant on this show.
I'm just waiting for Carl to be quiet.
No, it's not gonna happen, Jose.
I was waiting for him to just not say nothing for like 2 seconds so I can get that in there. Load management for MB is definitely on its way.
Yeah.
Trust.
Yeah. If we could get consistent performances out of Drummond, I'm scared to see what that looks like if Drummond is not, playing his part that he was paid here to play. Don't get me wrong. He's had more good than bad games, but now he's on a stretch where he's just there, and we don't need you to be just there. We need you to rebound and block shots. That's what you was brought here for. You know what I mean? Teams need to be scared of you when they see you coming off the bench. you know. So with that being said, man, we rely on word of mouth advertisement to get the word around about our show, about our program we running. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on Twitch, we are on YouTube, and we rely on y'all to do what, Jose?
Don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend.
About Eat Sleep Sixes, the best thing smoking, the best thing smoking. So if you're not here pregame and you're not here postgame, I don't know where you are. Just the place to be.
Listen, that's gonna be your catchphrase. You just made it up. You was looking for one all season long.
Boom!
You made it. You just made it.
Thank you, Jose.
You ain't. I don't know where you are. That's a real fall off.
We're now printing up shirts right now. If you're not here, I don't know where you are. And also, tell a friend to tell a friend.
I'm still waiting for Bird to come with my shirt. I said it's the extra large.
Shout him out. Shout him out.
You know what I mean? Came up with an idea the other day. I'm waiting for my shirt still.
I want to get to a special shout out to everybody that's, watched us, that shared us, that's liked us, that's commented, consistently. You make us and you give us the fuel to move on, man.
Yes, y'all do.
Me and my brother here went live today, fresh from work on pregame. He had all type of cement dust all over him. This is what we do, though. We love it. We love it. And we love you guys.
Hell yeah.
This has been another great episode.
Appreciate you, Bird.
Bird, what up, though? I know I'm going to get a call from you, Bird. This has been another great episode.
Man, forget this guy. He gonna tell me I got audio problems in the pregame.
I couldn't hear it, so you got audio. Let's not take this. Let's not just argue in front of family, man. Call my phone, man.
Hey, we love you, bro.
We love
you. Hell yeah.
And I want to give a very another special shout out to Martin Luther King on his day, and also, Muhammad Ali. Happy birthday. 2 freedom riders.
For sure.
Two guys that were about peace and equality. 2 guys did not see, color, more so seen the heart of man, and decided on that. Everybody on this day should reflect back how we can do that in our lives. This has been another great episode of Eat Sleep Sixers. Thank you for watching us. Peace and love.
On to the next game.
On to the next game, y'all. Go Sixers.